Hello. Hi, just crossed some lines to get here. I came from Paris yesterday, so I'm pretty happy to be here. And I will start from, English is not very comfortable language for me, so my apologies. Better speaking Russian or French. For the last 17 years, I teach photography and cinema in educational summer camp. And this year, we had a day of modern art there. And I made one object. I just put some scotch tape across the corridor. And the name of it was a limit. And almost every kid crossing it was just going under it or above. And just one girl asked me if she could just take it away. Just, like this. So I said yes. Because all the limits, most of them, are in our heads. So if you see a limit, so most of the limits don't exist, actually. So except being photographer, as Bruno said, and except being writer, except being friend, daughter, wife, ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, actual girlfriend, I'm also a mother. And I live in France, so in France, we're still talking about limits, okay. In France, they have two rules that I think very important for raising kids. The first one is pause. It's very cool because you don't need to run at the first cry of a kid. So just let them think by themselves and don't be in a rush. Okay, so it's France. The other one, it's very cool. It's actually, sorry, English. Limits. It's boundaries. So you have to settle some boundaries to your kid for him to feel comfortable inside it. Because if a child don't know his limits, don't know what is allowed and what is good, so we're speaking about the usefulness of boundaries. There are some. So he will be not feeling comfortable and he will be just lost. And it's very important. If he knows his boundaries, he knows that inside it, everything he can do, it's unlimited. Now he will be happy. All our limits, which are in our heads, we need them to feel happy. Because if we don't feel happy, we just make it behind, we change something, and when we made an effort to change something, we don't think about these limits anymore, we don't think about boundaries anymore. It's like when you're in the airport, you crossed the passport control, you made all the security checks, and you're in the duty-free. Are you still thinking about boundaries? Are you still thinking about passport control? No, you're thinking about the upcoming flight. You're thinking about what you should buy to somebody or to yourself. So all limits, you can leave them behind. You don't actually need them. So how old are you? You 14, 15, 16, 17? Do you have older friends or younger friends? Are you friends with your parents? With your brothers and sisters? You can be. Don't limit yourself. Because if you meet somebody, like a grown-up, 35-year-old, and you say, he's too old. he will just, he's boring. Or you meet a child, 8-year-old, 10-year-old, and you say, oh, he's too young, what he can know about this life? So you are limiting yourself. And then, when you're open, it's the same thing as open-minded. You speak with a 35-year-old grown-up, and you're crossing the line at the same moment you're speaking to him, because he can be wise, experienced, and he already passed that you are facing. And you already passed that the 8 or 10-year-old kid is facing. So you can exchange, you have lots of things to say to each other, and all the boundaries will disappear by their own. We all know, I like this word, boundaries, limits, because it's all unlimited love, limitless abilities, limited abilities, unlimited opportunities. I have a friend. You have, I think some of you, or you already met people with limited abilities, or you know maybe people with unlimited creative talents. Maybe you are. Of course you are. I have a friend. It's just for example to tell you about how we can be. It might be a little extreme, so it's a real story. I have a friend. He is a pilot, international airlines, and about 2 years ago he found out that he had multiple sclerosis, and so of course he lost his flying license. 38 years old, he's 38 years old, and he has a son, 2 months old. So this guy passed about 2 weeks in complete desperation, which is completely normal, after he knew his diagnosis. And then he said, all right, I can do something amazing. And now in April this year, he's preparing an amazing trip over the polar circle that nobody did before. Because the only plane that he can fly, it's ULM, it's a little plane that can go down on the water. I don't know how to say that in English. So it's, he just crossed a line, an enormous line, because everything that was impossible became possible just because he said that. It might be a little extreme. Okay, it's cold outside, you are here, you can be proud of yourself, really. You did it, you came here. You go to school every day. Don't be scared to be proud of yourself, because it's really important. Everything that you pass every day, every little single limit that you cross, you can say, yes, I did it. Because it's really cool. You can be proud. I have another friend who decided one day, and I do it also now because I like the idea. One day he decided to learn at least 3 things a day, 3 new things about anything. It could be a new person, it could be a new fact, it could be new music, 3 facts a day, every single day. Now he's just a very super interesting person who knows a lot about everything, and he's just crossing and crossing and crossing the lines every day. It's like when you cross the line, when you cross limits in your heads, it's like you decide to wake up happy one day. It's all about happiness. It's when you decide to be happy, to spend a happy life or a sad life. You can say, I can't do that anymore, or I will do it, because all limits and all happiness is in your head. That's it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Masha.